Ji, Assalamualaikum students. The question which we will be discussing in this video is from November 2023 exam series. It is paper 22 and it's question 2 part A. The question is in front of you. With the help of formula, explain what is meant by the term price elasticity of demand and consider the extent to which it allows an entrepreneur to determine the effects of price changes on the total expenditures on their products. So this question has 8 marks and part A questions have 8 marks. So the marks distribution for part A question is knowledge understanding has 3 marks, analysis has 3 marks, and evaluation has 2 marks. Now in this question there are actually 3 things which examiners want to assess. One, they want to know, do we understand what is elasticity of demand? And we need to prove our understanding or show our understanding of price elasticity of demand to the examiner with the help of a formula. So if I write over here what is meant by the term price elasticity of demand, this is knowledge understanding. Now if we talk about evaluation, first we talk about analysis actually. So if we look at the effects of price changes on total expenditures, so this is analysis. So one will be done with the explanation of price elasticity of demand, including, and we'll use a formula of course for that. So we'll get knowledge understanding marks. When we discuss the effects of price changes on total expenditures, we'll get analysis marks. And when we look at the word the extent to which, now this is evaluation. Every part A and every part B question of paper 2 contains one evaluative word. In this question, the evaluative word is the extent to which. So 2 marks for evaluation and 3 each for knowledge and analysis. So KU, the abbreviation is used for knowledge understanding, analysis AN, and EV is evaluation. So first we talk about knowledge understanding. So I use the black pen for knowledge understanding marks. So we need to give a definition of price of demand. So price elasticity of demand measures, it's a mathematical measure. So whenever there is a question, what measures? There are many questions in microeconomics. What measures? So please understand that the examiner is asking you about a formula. So anyway, price elasticity demand measures the responsiveness of quantity demanded to a change in the price of the product. Now, the candidate who has given this formula definition accurately is entitled to get 1 knowledge understanding mark. A tick means 1 mark. So this tick is for knowledge understanding. Now, examiner has asked us to give the formula. Mathematically, it is percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. Now once we give this formula, we get the second knowledge understanding mark. So out of 3 knowledge understanding marks, we have scored 2 marks so far. For the third mark, we need to tell the examiner the meaning of either price elastic or price inelastic demand. So let's say we talk about price elastic demand is when PED is more than 1 and a change in price causes a proportionately larger change in quantity. or you may write percentage change in quantity is more than percentage change in price when PED is elastic. So either you give the part which is before word or you write the word after it. You get the third mark for knowledge understanding. Now you got now 3 out of 3 for knowledge understanding part. So please remember, for knowledge understanding, you need to give definitions, you need to give formulas, you need to give examples if there are any. In this case, there are no examples. So you need to give examples. For example, there is a question about public good or merit good or demerit good. You will need to give examples. However, for this question, you need to give definition, formula, and an explanation of either price elastic or price inelastic demand. Remember, the key word is percentage. If a candidate mentions that a price elastic demand is when a change in price causes a larger change in quantity, that candidate will not get the mark. To get the mark, you must mention that a change in price causes a proportionately larger change in quantity. We now move on to the analysis marks. Now, we write over here analysis. Now it begins analysis, the 3 marks for analysis. So, increase in price leads to increase in expenditures if PED is low. Now we get 1 mark for identification of this. And let me use the eraser. G. So increase in price leads to increase in expenditure for goods whose price last demand is low. We will get 1 mark for this. Now the second mark we'll get when we explain this. So to explain this, as increase in expenditures due to the high price would be more than the decrease in expenditures due to lower quantity. Of course, when the price would go up, people will buy fewer units. It's law of demand. But what is the percentage change in price and what is the percentage change in quantity? If PE is low, percentage change in price is bigger. So a consumer will be spending more because of high price, but he will be buying less quantity, so his expenditures as far as the quantity are concerned will fall. Which effect will be bigger? Will the increase in expenditure due to high price would be of more amount, or would the decrease in expenditure due to lower quantity bought would be of a greater amount? In case of PED, low PED, the change in price, the increase in expenditure because of increase in price will be higher than decrease in expenditure because of lower quantity. So because of this, expenditure would rise, and we get the second mark for this. Now there are maximum 1 marks for 1 part type of change. The question says changes in price. So we need to talk about both types of changes. So we have talked about increase in price. We must talk about decrease in price as well to get the third analysis mark. So decrease in price will lead to increase in expenditures if PED is more than 1. And we did one thing, that in the for the first 2 marks, we explained increase in price and low PED. But for the third part and for last 2 lines, we mentioned decrease in price and a good which has high price elasticity of demand. Now, in this case, you can also give explanation that when price goes down, expenditures of consumers go down, but they buy more quantity, and because of more quantity, their expenditures go up. Since percentage change in quantity is bigger and percentage change in price is smaller, the increase in expenditure because of higher quantity would offset the decrease in expenditure because of lower price, and hence expenditure would go up. So you can write that as well in detail, but this is enough for 3 marks. So this is analysis. We now move on to the last 2 marks of evaluation, the harder marks to get. So let me give that heading. Evaluation begins from here, and 2 marks for evaluation. And that says the extent to which will this definitely happen. If PED is low and price goes up, will expenditure surely go up, or there could be another possibility. So we need to look at that price is not the only factor that determines expenditures. Other factors such as consumers' income, advertising, may also influence expenditures. So by writing this, that we are identifying that it's not just the price that determines expenditures, it could also be income of the consumer. Even if price goes up and my income goes up, I may be spending more. And if price goes up and my income goes up by a larger percentage, my purchasing power will actually go up. And I'll probably buy more quantity as well. Higher price as well as higher quantity. So it is not certain that price changes will always have the predictable impact. So in the conclusion, we can write this conclusion that PED is one of the many influences of consumer expenditures. Therefore, the effect of a price change on expenditures cannot always be determined accurately. So we have given the conclusion. Okay, we have the knowledge of PED, but we cannot be sure what will happen to revenue expenditures because price goes up. Okay, we know if PED is low, price goes up, expenditures would go up. But what about if income goes up, go down at the same time? So price goes up, but quantity may go down by a larger amount because of higher price as well as because of lower income. So expenditure पे जो impact है that we may not be able to predict it accurately. So please look at this, that this was the question, November 2023, paper 2, question 2a, and we gave you the first paragraph, knowledge understanding 3 marks, analysis 3 marks, evaluation 2 marks. If you have liked this video, please do subscribe our channel and please expect to see a lot more videos of this type. Thank you very much.